Howdy y'all, Big Country here with Big Country Survival. And no, this is not a snuff can. Well, it was. There's an empty snuff can, and this is my snuff can survival tin. Now, I'm gonna go through it and show you guys how I did mine. And you guys can hold on a sec. I'm gonna put some of my tobacco-free snuff, full grade nicotine chew. Can't do a video without nicotine. Okay, so anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. Now I always have a can on me, but just a regular can or whatever. But so it's only natural for me to make a survival kit, to put in one. Now I'm gonna go through what I've got and how I put it together. So let's get started. First off, I would recommend personally, unless you're gonna get like a Copenhagen or a Grizzly can that has metal in it. If you're looking, alright, this is about the size of a Copenhagen can. Thereabouts. You can see the size difference, right? And because Red Seal has 25% more tobacco, that's their big claim to fame. So it's a bigger can. You can fit more stuff in it. Like some of the stuff that I've got in here, there ain't no way I could fit it in this can. I tried. So we're gonna pop it open, and I have not sealed this one up yet. I'll get to that. So it's packed full in it. First off, got me a little chicken flavoring out of a ramen packet. This is just more of a, I really don't think you get any real nutrients out of this, but it's more of a morale thing. Sorry, mosquito or something. But it's definitely more of something for morale. So I have one of them in there. I have a little Bic lighter, and yes, I know I could have gone with matches, like Strike Anywhere matches, but here's my thing on a lighter. Here's my thing on a lighter. Alright, I've got multiple strikes. I got way more than a match, book worth of strikes in this little lighter. And after the fact, and I'm gonna try and not hit my little button, but I've got a spark. You can still use a lighter to get a fire going when you don't have fluid in it. Because you've still got, as long as you've got the little flint that's in there and the wheel, you can get you a fire going. Then I have a little it's kind of thrown in there, but it's a little fishing kit. I've got, and I actually don't know how much fishing line, but I've got some fishing line, and I've got 4 salmon egg hooks. Now, why would I want these little bitty hooks that are made like more specifically for, putting a salmon egg on? That's what they're designed, like, to go easy with a salmon egg. Well, I can catch big fish with small hooks. I can't catch small fish with big hooks, so that's my reasoning. And that'll go down a bluegill's mouth. Bluegill can take a hold of that. So I got that. I thought I cleaned that thing out. I thought I cleaned my can out real good before I put this in there. So I've got 1 Vaseline cotton ball, 1 Vaseline soaked cotton ball, and this is kind of a little homemade packet that I made for it. It's not the prettiest looking thing, but what I basically have done is I took a regular Ziploc sandwich baggie and I heated a cheap knife blade. Not a good one. And just cut down through here, and there were still a few gaps. I don't know, it didn't seal quite right, so I took a lighter and just heated up the side just enough to get a good seal. Just melt the two pieces of plastic, fuse them together. So I've got me fire, I've got food, and food catching, and I mean the fishing line can be used for multiple things. So now let's have a little fun, try and not cut my fingers. I have a Stanley knife blade. Now this, I left it out like this for you guys just to see it, but I am actually going to take a little piece of electrical tape and put over the blade of it to keep from dulling my blade. Yeah, I just put this together, so I'm gonna take that, and I'm actually gonna do that right now, just so you guys can see that I've done it. But I don't want my blade to get all dulled up, and I don't want to accidentally cut myself while I'm trying to get it out of storage or whatnot. So, boom. And the final thing in here is I got a piece of tinfoil. So I've got water. Now the only thing that I don't actually have is shelter. But if you watched my video on making cordage for shelter from plastic bottles, if not, you can go back and watch that. But I have this, which is a means of making shelter. So I guess, I mean, you can look at it kind of like that. And at the same, also, it's a friggin' snuff can. So I'm gonna get all this back in here. And we will see. I actually might try, because honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, the little food packet here was kind of an afterthought. And I was just trying to think of, I had just a little bit of extra space, and I was just trying to think of what I could fill it with. And so we'll see if I can get this in here. And yeah, it's packed full. It's packed full, but I can get the lid to go down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal the edges up with electrical tape, and like, there we go. It will come back, it will pop back out, being as it's a little overfull, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm sealing this up with some electrical tape. And now why electrical tape? Because I can fit it in here. Like, I'm not having to trim it all up to have, or folding it over to have it actually look right. And now the purpose of this, the whole purpose of having this little kit in a snuff can is, why, as opposed to anything else. At least where I'm at, everyone knows that I rub snuff. This does not look conspicuous in my pocket. So I have that. So now I have a snuff can survival tin. Like I said, I mean, and that isn't really anything, super fantastic. I mean, it's really not. It's a few little things that might help me, something for my EDC that will help me. With the blade, at least, I mean, if I'm at work and I've got this knife, I've got this knife on me, at least I'll have an extra blade for it. if I don't have this knife and somehow I'm without all of my other stuff in my EDC, it's better than nothing. If, you know, like something, that's a way that I can, the knife's just more, the blade's more of an afterthought, really. But the other items, the fire, I mean, I carry a lighter with me, and as well as I wear this around my neck as a magnesium rod and flint steel striker, and I have my little cutting horse knife. But you know, so I've got fire, but really the aluminum foil and the fishing kit, that's my big thing with this kit. And I mean, it is something that you can put together fairly simple. I mean, really, I mean, I literally, and this is counting me actually soaking the cotton balls. I probably put this together, it took a little more thought than this, but I put it together in probably 5-10 minutes at most, and that's counting where I soaked the cotton balls in Vaseline. So it is what it is. Like I said, it's not a great, awesome survival setup, but it is something you can do cheaply. It is something you can carry with you wherever you go. And it is something that'll help get you out of a bind. So anyway, hope y'all liked it. Till next time, this is Big Country Survival. I am signing out, and God bless.